I'm John Guerra.
And I'm Dylan DeSimone.
We're the Bridge Wizards, and this is Tactics Rumble.
Tactics Rumble is a grid-based strategy game. For those of you familiar with video games, it could be compared to Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem. Only the characters in our game use dice as a finite resource to attack, cast spells, and defend themselves from enemies.
Each playable character has a completely different playstyle, and many different mechanics that make each one feel totally different. For example, the Blackbird's Soul moves diagonally and attacks diagonally. Nobody else does that. The Iron Rampage does more damage when he moves in a straight line before an attack, charging his opponent. The Wandering Trigger's Quick Draw ability allows him to shoot even during the opponent's turn sometimes. And when you choose the Relentless Tracker, you choose one opponent, and they're your target that you do extra damage against for the rest of the game. Each character is completely different on their own, but because you choose 3 characters at a time against your opponent's 3, it makes it so that every game is completely different. So first we start with character picks. So I'm going to be choosing the Forest's Call at the start, because I really like having defense.
I'm going to pick the Volcano's Fury. He can breathe fire, which helps out with dealing with forests.
So I'm going to use the Steady Hand, who has a water attack.
And since he's picked a melee character, I'm going to pick the character with the biggest range in the game, the Unarranged Shot.
So now we've skipped a couple turns ahead, and we're just going to go over a typical turn. So we're going to start with the Forest's Call. She gains her appropriate dice regen for the turn, and she moves. She's got a move of 3. Alright, and that'll end her turn.
Next up, I'll use the Volcano's Fury. I'll gain 1 magic and 1 defense, and move up. Now he has a template ability, which means that I can use his magic dice to attack both him and her.
Okay.
So now we're gonna roll off.
First I'll defend for the Forest's Call. Well, I definitely lost against that. So she takes a hit. And for the Steady Hand. And
He is also wounded.
Ooh, that was a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's the Steady Hand's turn, and he has the ability to push people with a water attack. And the Volcano's Fury is going to take damage if he falls in the river, so I'm just going to do that right now. I'm going to spend my magic on this. Sacrifice it, and roll my attack.
I only have 2 defense.
Got it.
So I get wounded, pushed back into the river, and the Volcano's Fury goes down. What we've just shown is but a small fraction of the finished product. By the time this game reaches PAX, it'll have more maps, more characters, and more dice.
That was a die. We went to Boston Fig, the Festival of Indie Games, and we managed to come away with the Design Dazzle Award, which is the award for Best Art in a Tabletop. After a good showing at Fig, we figured the PAX was the next logical step. Why are you putting more dice in your mouth? Tactics Rumble.